All right, we're back with another Armani fragrance. This is Armani Code EDT, Eau de Toilette. So this is going to be a lower concentration. This is also the, I believe 2023 is when this one came out. This is not the original DNA and whatnot that came out years and years and years ago. This is the newer one. I think they discontinued that one, unfortunately. The main reason why I picked this up is I actually have a dossier inspired by version of this, and I wanted to compare them. But that video is later. For right now, we're just talking about Armani Code on its face. This is, if you can't tell, this is a tester. Came with the cap, so once I get the cap off, very, very interested in it. So I know what this kind of already smells like, so it's not really a blind buy in the same way I've done it before, but that cap is on there really tight. But let's go ahead and talk about those notes, any hoozles. First, opens up with green mandarin, lavender in the middle, then base notes of tonka bean and cedar. So an exceedingly simple scent profile, or note profile, at least what they advertise. I can tell you that the dossier, inspo, twist, whatever, has a lot more detail on it, but I think it's meant to be a clone of this one in particular, just based on when it came out. So let's go ahead. It's called Ambery Lavender, I believe. It's in my cabinet. I'll have to pull it out later. All right, let's go ahead and spray on paper. As always, we spray on paper, then we spray on skin. We talk about the differences in what kind of presents itself right off the bat. So after the flash of alcohol kind of dissipates, I can tell you, hey, on paper it smells like this. On skin it smells more like this because your skin's warmer. And the paper is kind of like a stand-in for what you might get with clothing spray, spraying on your clothes instead of on your pulse points. So the way that tends to show up is skin tends to be stronger and sweeter, whereas clothing, it tends to be more of like the aromatics come out and it's not quite as sweet, but it does tend to last longer and project longer because it's not evaporating off your 98.6 degree skin quite so quickly because it's on your clothing. So let's go ahead and spray. Pretty basic atomizer, nothing really special there. Let's go ahead and kind of waft it towards me. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I've smelled this before. It's one of those things I smell it one time and I'm like, okay, I remember that kinda. Definitely on paper, when they say green mandarin, it's like a green. It's not super sweet. It's not like a juicy orange or a juicy mandarin orange, so don't expect that. Lavender is there from the get-go. I'm not getting any vanilla-ish, that sweet vanilla tonka bean kind of combo that you would expect, or the cedar. So it's a little linear in that the lavender and the mandarin kind of come together, but it's not so linear that everything all at once hits your nose. It's nice, it's strong, it definitely projects. I could smell it pretty quickly off the spray. It's very mass appealing, not super sweet on paper. Let's see if on skin we get a little bit something different. Okay, let that flash for just a second. Put the cap back on. You can see my super cool tester box and looking all professional. Got the cap on, all right. Definitely smell it a little stronger on skin already. I realize I'm kind of flapping my wrist in front of my face, but still definitely a little stronger on skin. More sour citrusy on skin. So you get a little more of the juiciness of the mandarin as opposed to it just being straight green, but it's still overall more green mandarin. It's not like you're getting hit in the face by like a freshie, so that's not what this is. Very pleasant, mass appealing, not really that interesting. I was kind of hoping, honestly what I wanted more of was the lavender to kind of come out quicker. I love lavender, and it's not like it's not there, it's just I was expecting more of it, or at least that it would kind of fight with the mandarin and kind of get at least in the opening, but it's really mostly kind of a mandarin, just almost minty. Like it's not really even like lavender, it's almost more like mint. Again, nothing bad about it. Like this is an easy dumb reach just based off what I'm getting so far. Like if you see it and you're like, I don't know what to wear, grab it. No one's gonna complain that you smell bad. But yeah, that's nice. Overall, great opening. I'd say a little sweeter on skin, makes sense, that's how it usually is. A little more lavender heavy on paper, so if you spray on clothing, maybe you'll get more of a lavender vibe. If you want a more fresh vibe with the lavender, spraying on your pulse points will get you that. Don't know much about the tonka bean cedarwood dry down yet. We'll talk about that later on. And I'm going to blip out of existence for a second, wear this for a few days, and then come back and talk about things like longevity and projection. So I'll be right back. It'll be a few days for me, a split second for you. All right, we're back with Armani Code EDT. It's been worn, it's been enjoyed, it's mass appealing, etc., etc., etc. Not a whole lot else to say about it. Let's talk about the note breakdown real fast. So the notes are, again, very, very simplistic. It's Mandarin, green Mandarin, and then you get lavender followed by a Tonka-Cedar combo. And that's pretty much accurate. I would say the lavender comes out along with the Mandarin. I wouldn't say it's a middle note only. It's kind of like they could have said that it's top and middle notes are the same thing here. The top note of Mandarin just doesn't last very long, typical of citrus. And then you get Mandarin that lasts for a good long time. I would say lavender lasts for a good long time. And I would say lavender is the primary note that projects. So what you smell like to other people when you walk by them, that's the lavender. Now by the time you get to the Tonka and cedar, especially when the cedar comes out, by the time you notice the cedar, it's a skin scent. So you're never projecting that cedar note, but you might project some of that Tonka along with the lavender. But that's what you end up with. It's an EDT, and it's moderately long lasting for an EDT. I would not say that it's like an all-day fragrance. You're not gonna, if you put it on before you go to work, you have a shot at smelling it on your clothes when you get home from work, but you get 3 to 4 hours of projection out of it at most, in my opinion. The rest of the day really is just a skin scent. But that makes sense for the price point. It's designer, it's mass appealing, it's an EDT, so it's only gonna have so much longevity at its disposal to work with. But overall, it's a great mass appealing fragrance. There's no real flaw to it unless you just happen to not like lavender. And most people tend to like lavender because it's a very, again, mass appealing note. If you're looking for something that does this stronger, you can get the EDP version. It's more or less the same. It's just a bit beefier on the lavender. But yeah, overall, it's a great fragrance. No real flaw to it. I would say probably what you want to do with this is this is a good gift option because you can find this on Joma Shop for like $60 for a 2.5 ounce bottle of it, which is a good rate. It's not too cheap, not too expensive, does the job, and it's a little more warm. So it's not so much a I'm gonna say F-boy kind of ultra freshy blue shower gel. So much of the stuff that's in men's colognes now, blue shower gel, fruits, and like soap smells. This is much more like a warm, not winter, but just a nighttime kind of fragrance. Very pleasant, excellent option if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, that's the review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I will be happy to answer. I will probably be doing a side-by-side with the dossier version of this pretty soon. And yeah, we'll see you then.